from the teacher's role, and then like for the students, what is the best way to achieve historical literacy or working towards historical literacy?
I think exposing the students to broad ranges of documents, whereas you're not just focusing on the textbook, which textbooks are a secondary source, at least in my opinion. So incorporating primary source materials and even secondary sources to a limited degree, but getting into the hands of students the real documents, the real artifacts, can help them understand what's going on better in whatever era of history, but also help them make their own analysis and come up with their own conclusions about what actually happened. Now, I know that some eras of history are easier to get documents than others. You know, it's not every day we can get a hold of something from 1776 to learn about the founding of this nation. But maybe if you're studying World War II, you could have a World War II veteran come in the classroom and share their experience about a particular battle. Maybe it's Pearl Harbor, maybe it's the D-Day, maybe, you know, it's any one of those battles in the Pacific. So they could really put a voice with what they've been reading in the textbook. Because it's easy to disconnect yourself from the materials that you're reading, but primary sources are everywhere, and people are probably the most important primary source. And if you can get them in touch with a veteran during a conflict that you're studying, or if you can have them talk to somebody from the Great Depression or the Cold War era to tell them what it was really like learning about duck and cover and how, yeah, it was something to make me feel good, but was it really going to do any good if a nuclear explosion went off? Me ducking and covering under my desk. Having that make history come alive can make it more relevant to students, and they see that it was people that created this history. This person really did write this letter that I'm looking at.
What you said about like people being a really important part of historical literacy and shown through primary sources, obviously, but that's really the aspect that makes history real and like. Yeah, and I really feel teachers are the ones that can do it. If I did not have good history teachers when I was growing up, I would not be where I am today, and it's because those teachers took the time to go outside the box or outside the book, so to speak, and do things that showed me that there's more than just these words in a textbook. There are different perspectives, there are different activities, really bringing the history to life. The one thing that always sticks out in my mind was 6th grade. We were doing an ancient civilizations unit, and we actually got to make cuneiform tablets in class, and I thought that was just the coolest thing. Instead of reading, this is their written language, you know, in Mesopotamia or whatever, and you actually got to do it. I mean, not that I could understand what I was writing, but it was still really cool. Or, watching, live footage from the Desert Storm. Learning about having people come in and speak to us, about what they did, in their military service or where they went and why they fought and believed that this was the thing to do. And so it really showed me that there are different perspectives.
What is historical literacy? History is the study of experiences, the study of people. Historians study a world they typically didn't experience, to serve a world they're only temporarily a part of. History is humanity. Historical literacy means to be a part of something greater, to understand the collective human experience. Historical literacy is understanding what it means to be human, what it means to feel things, what it means to see and embrace the world you're a part of. Historical literacy is the human experience.